Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelby, this is Armors and Arrows. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. If you are not new here, thank you for sticking around. Today I have a pregnancy update video for you. So my plan was to do, the last one I did was like 16 to 20 weeks. My plan was to do one every week, or not every week, every 4 weeks. But really, I just felt like nothing much was going on. And so, I don't know. And then I just kept putting it off. And it's been a couple weeks since I've made a video anyways. But, oh well, that's okay. I'm here. And, yeah. So, this is going to be like 20 to 33 weeks. Like, I know that's a long time. So, we had the anatomy scan of the baby. And everything looked well. The baby was measuring a couple days ahead of what the due date said at the beginning, at the first anatomy scan that we had. But I do know that due dates are just an estimate. So this baby could come on Easter. This baby could come a week after Easter, a week before Easter. Just sometime in mid-April. Baby could come beginning of April, mid-April, end of April. I know that due dates are just an estimate. Everything looked great. My placenta is interior. I think I mentioned in my last pregnancy update that I thought that I had an interior placenta. And I've had it twice before, and so I just kind of knew what to look out for and everything. And indeed, I do have an interior placenta. The placenta is literally just smack right in the middle of my stomach, right in the middle, just not on the left side, not on the right side, not way high up, not way down low, right in the middle, just boom. So it actually made finding the heartbeat for the baby at my midwife appointments a little bit difficult sometimes. And then this baby does not like to be messed with. This baby just wants us to leave him or her alone. And so we'll get the heartbeat for like 5 seconds. As time has gone on though, it's been easier and easier, obviously, because baby's gotten bigger and all that. So it's actually easier to get the heartbeat now than it used to be. Just with my last few appointments, it's been a lot easier. So everything looked good with the anatomy scan and whatnot. My appointments for like 20 weeks, 24 weeks, or whatever the weeks were, they went well. At my 27-week appointment, because that's just when it fell on, I think it was 27 weeks, about there, between 26 and 28, I had the gestational diabetes test, and that was kind of crazy that day because we had my appointment and I called my and I was cleaning a bathroom and my son was like, "Hey mommy, it sounds like that predator is back in our yard." And this was the middle of the day. And he said, "It sounds like the predator is back in our yard and gonna get our chickens." And I was like, "Okay." But I was cleaning the bathroom, and so, I had cleaning stuff out. And so I picked up the cleaning stuff and he said, "I'm gonna go check." And he's like 7. So I said, "Okay." And so indeed the predator was in our backyard, and I put the stuff up as quick as I could because I didn't want my kids getting any cleaning things. So that was my first priority. And I went out there screaming at the predator, and it ran back to where it belonged. And it got one of our chickens again, and the chicken actually died about 30 or 40 minutes later. I called my husband and he's like, "I'm pulling into the driveway right now." And I'm like, "Okay." So he ran in the backyard, we evaluated everything, and one of our chickens actually got enough speed and took off flight. And during my appointment, well, I told my midwife, I was like, "Don't be surprised if my blood pressure is high because all this happened and blah, blah, blah." But it was actually really good, thankfully, because I didn't want it to be high, but I was expecting it to be high because I was just like, so frustrated and stressed out with this dumb predator that kept breaking in our backyard. Anyways, so during my appointment, animal control showed up across the street, and then we saw the animal control person with a chicken, and sure enough, it was our little silver chicken. We call her Sunset or Silver. And so we went out to animal control, and they're like, "Is this yours?" And we're like, "Yep." And so we got our chicken during the appointment, and she was very happy to be home. But anyways, that's not really anything about the update, but it did have to kind of do with that appointment because I was doing my gestational diabetes test. I could not think of the word. Blood test and whatnot. So I had called my midwife and I was like, "Hey, things might be crazy when you get here, but still come anyways," because she does home visits, which is so nice. And so then she texted me, she's like, "Oh, are you still going to drink the stuff for your test?" And I was like, "Yes, thanks for the reminder," because I almost forgot. So I drank it, and then from the time I drank it to an hour later, an hour later, we drew my blood, and that went well. No needles or anything got pulled out like the first time it happened because my baby kicked it and pulled it out of my arm, so that sucked. One arm, though, is much better for drawing blood from me than my other arm is, and that's, over time, I've realized that, like, oh, this one arm is better than this arm, so just do this arm. I didn't have any soreness or anything after she drew my blood. My levels and everything came back. I passed the glucose test, and then we also did, like, the vitamin D and whatnot. Yeah, what's the glucose? The gestational diabetes test. I passed that. And then we tested my vitamin D and, just this normal stuff that they test. And my vitamin D was at 50 in October. Yeah, October. My vitamin D was at 50. And I've been taking 10,000 IU of vitamin D a day. It was in January when I got this test, the blood test. So my vitamin D went up to 80, like 82 or something. So it went up 30 something points from October to January. That is just crazy to me. And it's proof to me that my vitamin D capsules that I've been taking, which I will link down below, have been working. So I actually decided and talked with my midwife, and I just cut back to 5,000 IU a day. But yeah, so if you're looking for a good vitamin D, check the description down below. And then we started having my appointments every 2 weeks, starting at 32 weeks, I believe. Yeah, it was like 30 or 32 weeks. I cannot remember. Anyways, we started having those every 2 weeks. And so I have been preparing for this baby to come. Ordering the birth kit and all that and getting everything. But also I have been sitting on an exercise ball, which I'm sitting on now. I will link the one that I got down below. There's different sizes. So if you're needing one, look at a sizing chart. I think I ordered the 50 to 55 centimeter, but really I needed a 60 to 65. And honestly, this thing blew up bigger than what it said it was going to. So whatever, it's worked out well. But yeah, look at a sizing chart if you're needing an exercise ball. I've actually used this one through, I think this is my 3rd pregnancy I'm using it on. No, it's my 2nd, because the first one I got lasted me through 2 pregnancies, and then some people took it outside and it got popped, and so I ordered another one my last pregnancy. So this is my 2nd pregnancy I'm using this ball on, and it works really well. So I've been sitting on that. I've been doing the cat-cow exercise thing. I don't know what to call it, whatever, because this baby was breech, but now this baby is head down. I'm suspecting at my last appointment, this baby was posterior, which means our backs to back, and that's not the best position. So I've been doing things to help the baby get in the right position. I have started walking. I want to walk 30 minutes a day, 5 times a week. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. I'm not stressing my body too much or anything. At about, I don't even remember, 20 weeks, maybe even before 20 weeks, I started drinking this red raspberry leaf tea. This is the traditional medicinals red raspberry leaf tea. I am not a medical professional. I'm not a midwife, nothing. So you need to do your own research, and you need to talk to your healthcare provider about if you think drinking that tea is right for you. But I've been drinking, I started out with 1 cup way back in my 2nd trimester. And then I upped it to 2 cups and did that until 28 weeks. And then I upped it to 3 cups. And then I've recently started drinking this pregnancy tea by Traditional Medicinals. And it's got, I hope you guys can see that. It's got red raspberry leaf, nettle leaf, I think alfalfa, a few different things in it. It's just an all around good tea. I actually drink both of these, but like I said, I'm not a medical professional. Please go over that with your healthcare provider if you can drink one of these or both of these. But yeah, I drink 3 cups of this a day, of the red raspberry leaf, and then some of this with it as well. I just put it all into one big thing of water and steep it and drink it. So that's been going well, and I will share more about those in my supplements and whatnot video that I'm going to do. And then after, the red raspberry leaf tea is supposed to help tone the uterus and make you have more effective contractions and whatnot. I'm going to do a video after I have the baby to see if it helps. I've drank it in previous pregnancies, but not as consistently, or I guess you could say religiously, as I have been this time. So yeah, I've been drinking those, and like I said, after the baby comes, I will let you guys know if I thought they helped my labor or not. I'm still trying to do stretches and whatnot, just to give this baby lots of room to move and all that. Anyways, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. My next update, I'm gonna try and do one at like 37 or 38 weeks probably. But I don't know. I just feel like everything is going really great, and I am so grateful. So like there's not a lot to update on, and I don't just like to share my weight and everything each week or whatnot. Oh, I am measuring right on track for how many weeks I am, so that's good as well. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And I'm going to be doing a pregnancy question and answer video. If you have any questions for my husband about how he feels like the pregnancy is going, or what he might think about us having a home birth or anything like that, leave those in the comments down below, and maybe I can get him and we will answer some questions together. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for sticking around if you stuck around till the end, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.